Okay, welcome to the first cast after session 1. We're doing the usual, starting from east and then going west. So we're starting with Japan. We're seeing Yusuke here, decent ruler, not running advisors, having a decent income. They have 2 burger loans. So the thing is, if you can do this right now. You can take 2 regular loans, then you pay off your burger loans, and then you can take the privilege again, and then you can pay off the 4% loans and replace them with 1% loan, and thus save a lot of money. Yeah, now you have 6 loans left. You can also sell titles and then seize land again, likely not a problem. Um, People usually say they can unify Japan at this point. I have never played Japan myself, but I think you're doing reasonable. Also, I'm joined here today by Bluark. He's likely going to comment a bit. You're looking decent on tech. Your PP could be better for this region, right? Yeah, there's no more valid rivals. And you never got to humiliate a rival. Okay.
I mean, maybe with privateering in the second. Oh, he only has one rival. Oh no, he has Korea.
Yeah,
He could like do a scornful on one of them and then with privateering maybe.
you've already insulted Korea, it says here.
Yeah, but it's a regular insult, right? So you
Yeah,
can do
so
a scornful on Ashikaga and then.
yeah,
Well, there's
privateer.
privateering maybe in Girin to get.
No, he can just privateer his own node. Doesn't really hurt him.
Yeah, that's true. He doesn't have much influence there.
39 average autonomy. Yeah, he has been reducing autonomy everywhere, so that's good to see. Well, Nation is looking decent. It's not one of the shit shows we had of Japan in the past games. This is going to be a decent Japan. Going to be interesting to see if he goes into mainland or if he just stays out here. His states more or less look correct. Yeah, there's nothing to mend on in the states. Yeah, so decently run nation. Actually, not much to comment on. Bit slow, but still going well. Now we have this Oivet. If you just turn on here, so this Oivet has expanded aggressively.
Yes, I think it's the second strongest nation in terms of overall strength at the
Yeah.
moment.
So Oivet starts a bit weaker in the mod because China's a thing. But they're already down in Tibet. They touched Timmy. They touched I think Ladakh is a vassal of someone. Yep. They touched Delhi. They touched Muscovy. So they really gobbled up a lot of AI. And if you look at Skanderbeg, he's the one with most mana spent because he's just been raising it all to the ground. And he can decrease autonomy a lot of places, but maybe rebels will kill him if he do. I actually don't know. Um,
I
yeah,
mean, if I
this.
was Muscovy, I'd be a bit scared of this.
Yeah, I think Chongqing and Sun Wu is also a bit scared of this.
Also, he's allied like to Timurids. That's a very strong axis. Like,
Oh yeah,
Timurids is I think third strongest or fourth. Like, I think he's tied with Mamluks.
yeah,
So yeah, second and third strongest nation allied to each other in the
yeah.
same region.
This is strong, but then again, India has a nice block. China, like Timmy can't march to China, then like I wouldn't expect that to happen. He can pop this mission where all his own province with Kork and Chalka Oiva culture will become Mongol. Maybe he's just waiting for the last of these Korchin and Chalka cultures to own. Yeah, but other than that, he has 2 states. Um, yeah, and I don't know if he's gonna be form or stay a horde. Maybe wanna accept Yu-Gi-Oh culture. He's Tengri. He's a bit over Goth cap. Um, yeah, his trade looks alright. Maybe he could collect in Samarkand, but there's nothing in Samarkand. Yeah, it looks fine. He's coring a lot of stuff. Yeah, so he's doing really well, using a lot of advisors, having a shit ruler, but being up to date on ideas, being nearly finished the first idea group. This is really well for him. Um, and yeah, he's gonna get 15 CCA, and he has 20 in traditions. His cap is gonna hurt a lot, like disgustingly. So yeah, he's doing really well, and I can understand that the Chongqing player is worried.
Speaking of which,
Yeah,
yeah, not looking as great as Oirat.
like it's still 330 development. They are up to date in Miltech, lagging in admin and Diplo. I think he might have deft Renaissance. Chongqing ideas are quite good ideas. They have no milk quality, but have a lot of like units modifiers. It's decent ideas. And he has a formable in the Beijing area that he wants to form, but that means conflict with Oivat. He did March this. Okay, that's good for him. Oh, yeah, okay, he's doing decent. He got these two as vessels. Estates. People seem to have learned. Actually, we're not finding anyone with mistakes in estates so far. Wonderful. Spending decent on advisors. Oh, 1 mil ruler. Oh, that's bad. I think. Oh, no, it's not a regency. Oh, okay. And it's a queen, so you can't make her general. That's a bit bad.
I mean, one problem for him is that he's basically run out of expansion options here.
Yeah, I would cut him off of Korea. Like, there's a few Chinese miners here between him and his allies on Wu.
I mean, he could still go into Korea, but
yeah, by navy. He has
yeah.
6 transport ships because I don't think Ivar's gonna give him access.
Yeah, it doesn't seem impossible to get to Korea. Maybe that's an idea because he does need more land.
Yeah, if he can take this, then Korea's like Ivar's not
But
gonna
the
bother siege
Diplo
this time.
situation doesn't look great for him. If Oirat is allied to Uesugi, like Uesugi's only going to grow in strength there, and he's basically like he now needs to start playing tall. At least he has the land for it. Like he's very developable.
Yeah, it's all farmland. This is just like farmland galore. But that's
Yeah.
also like he has a fort here. He can actually force the Oirat to fight at least one mountain fort battle here.
Isn't there a path through Beijing?
Yeah, but this is in the zone of control of this fort, so he shouldn't be
Oh
able.
yeah, I didn't realize
Yeah,
that's a mountain too. Yeah, that's
so
true.
he shouldn't be able to walk down. So that's decent for him. Like he can go hold on Oirat for a long time, and if Oirat tries to go down here, well, that's not fun for
I
Oirat to
mean,
go through
given that
that.
Shaanxi is a march, it might actually be an idea to hand more mountain forts to Shaanxi, if I recall the
Yeah, right now you
original
also have
ideas.
an issue with this is just an open corridor down here. Like these really needs a fort. Like this
Yeah,
has a capital fort, but Oirat can just walk over that. So yeah, like because you have a fort here, and then you put a fort somewhere up here, and you put a fort here, and you actually have a fort line that's not flatlands against the hordes, which would likely maybe not save him, but make him in more equal fight. So yeah, I
yeah.
would maybe even just take Burgerloans and start filling out that, because those forts is likely what can help you survive. And I think I would delete the Beijing fort because then I'm pretty certain this is guaranteed to not to block Oirat access. Can I actually check that? Delete this. Yeah, he can't go down. Oh, it's actually blocked off here. Oh, it's actually blocked off in the Shaanxi area. Oh, so that he actually have a fort line. Oirat can't go into his heartland, or well, he can go all the way around here. So yeah, fort over
That's
here,
pretty
and
good.
he's good. Okay, let's move on to Sunwu. Okay. Mm. Also, for you guys that are not aware, this privilege is really, really, really good. It costs 5 crownland and it gives you a local modifier in all provinces of your primary religion and have an accepted culture or is part of your culture group. And what does it give? It gives This local onwards, local production efficiency, local tax modifier, local manpower modifier. It's really good. Like, please take it. It's good. Okay. And he took it, and he's running 3-1-2. That's decent. He has a 2-2-5 ruler. It's okay. He filled out quality. Yeah, he's really going good for mana. Like, just catching up to the Miltic, and he's gonna be good. It's quite small force limit, but that's likely gonna grow. Yeah, autonomy is a bit high. Oh, that was the wrong one, but yeah, you can decrease some of it.
And he should probably, like, the stuff in the north, like between him and Zhongxing, should go to Zhongxing because he can still go into Zhongzhou and Dali for
Yeah,
expansion.
he can go in, yeah, down here. And I also don't think this guy in Philippines and like I guess you can get there. You can fabricate claim on these guys. But Philippines doesn't flow into his node, but it's still land that you can get. Yeah, but they're like go west, secure frontier. You're already making spy network on them, right? Spy network for 10. Hold up. Cost to fabricate claims negative 50%. Holy shit.
Yeah, he should probably go into Dali now.
Yeah. Yeah, he doesn't
Just
get
to
a lot
cut
of.
off Oirad from further expansion and
And
stuff.
he won a form of Great Rule. I think that's a quite decent tag. And I don't think he needs those up here because it's only one of the following. Yeah, Kaifeng, Liu Yang, or Yangshou. So he needs this from his ally Chongqing, or this up here, and then he can form Sunwu after he takes over the west here. So that's really good for him. He's making a nice bank though. He Let's just see. Bluark, is this even value? Or does it have
Uh,
a?
I'd say no.
Oh, it is.
Oh.
But but this is not good. This is really not good.
He already decreased autonomy,
Yeah.
so
Yeah, he's also been sitting at low crown land. And he's gonna get this one soon enough. Yeah, he's gonna get this one soon enough. That's gonna help him.
yeah, I
Okay.
think it's not a done deal here yet. Like he's allied, I think his ally is allied to Ayutthaya, so I would guess those three are in a friend
Oh,
block together.
Chongqing is allied to Ayutthaya. Well, I don't think Oirat can beat Chongqing, Sunwu, and Ayutthaya.
Yeah, if
Like,
they just keep expanding, I think they have a decent shot of just stabilizing the situation.
yeah, Ayutthaya just sent 20k up there, and it's like gonna make the difference. And yeah, he's doing well for himself. So I might fear that the Chongqing guy is gonna die to Oirat, but I don't think the Sunwu guy will. I think he's gonna survive. This is Staff playing Ayutthaya, so I don't think there's much to comment on here. He took all the privileges. He's sitting at low crown land. Running 3-3-2, has a shitty ruler and slightly better air. He did make the ruler general, so he's gonna die soon enough. And he's expanding quite aggressively. He already has Malacca. Like, how do you think they're gonna split this down here? He's allied to Sunda, but he took Malacca already, and he made a claim on Siak.
I mean,
Oh, this is perma claim. Maybe he's not
I,
just
I
gonna.
think he's just going to stay in Malacca and take the mainland and
Yeah,
let Sunda have the islands.
and Bengal already has all this up here as vessel. Oh, tributary states. Oh, whoa. Yeah, his vessels are not too happy. Sunda. Oh, Sunda a player, but a vassal of him? Oh, it's a tributary state. Ah, okay. Yeah, but nation looks fine. He's collecting here and he's collecting here. And the last one is steering from Burma. Yeah, likely correct. I know what, there's not much to comment on with DAF.
Yeah, that seems fine.
Okay, Sunda, low manpower. Uh, you can get a lot of CBs, but okay. Um, yeah, you can. Yeah, you just should be aware that you can go sick, but then you lose the death cost monument. So I think you want to stay Hindu, Asunda. Yeah, because else you can't use the Death Cross Monument, and that's really good for you. He went exploration first. It's decent. Like yes, there's some provinces you can't see. What you do with it when you go exploration is not send your missionary or your colonist over here, but send it over here, because this province has 89% chance to spawn close, and then you can fabricate Claymont Tenard and Tidor. That just gonna give you so much money. Like this is selling for 8. This province is making, like with 5 depth is making 1.6 ducats a month when he's building a workshop, so that's gonna double the almost, or 50% on top. So yeah, I would really focus on getting the Spice Islands. And this is like have a 90% chance to spawn close. If it doesn't spawn close, you abandon the colony and send the colonist again. I would really prioritize getting over here and getting the close in the provinces that can spawn it.
Yeah, it's a bit of weird priority, this being Kulu colony. Like,
Yeah. So these are like the provinces you should really get as soon as you can. You got the gold mine up here, and you're gonna get the gold mine here. Maybe you took this so you could fabricate claim on this guy. I understand that, but yeah, before you consider Australia, before you consider Philippines or whatever, you need to get over here. It's so much free money just waiting to be made by you. He's only took 2 in Explo. I don't know if you want to do more than 2. Oh, it's out of his colonial veins. Well, this one is not. Yeah, you can send it to this one. This one is also close. How's his average autonomy? 20%. Wait. Why does he have so much groundland? You have this one that you must be debt free. How much debt are you in? Oh, we need at least 700. Well, that's 500 for you. And you can seize again. You can even embrace Renaissance, so you can actually take up in these things. Yeah, mate, I don't know what you are doing, but you look to be doing fine besides small
yeah, also has
misplays.
very good income, so shouldn't
Yeah.
fall off.
Not very good, decent income.
Well,
24.
I mean, the balance is very good for him.
Oh yeah, but that just indicates that he'd just be spending more here. Um, Direct trade from your vassal. Oh, this is his vassal. Yeah, that's gonna help your income a lot. They have a level 1 cent of trade. Yeah, but really try to get these provinces, and then you can consolidate the area, get this island. Yeah, get these first, then like Brunei, Philippines, whatever, Makassar, Australia. That's later, but these are your main priority in getting the gold mine over here. Okay, let's look at like what I think is likely the third strongest nation in the game. This Bengal is looking massive. He has 4 marches.
I wouldn't say it's the third strongest nation in the game.
He's fielded 51 troops.
I mean, well, but third strongest would be Timurids and Mamluks, I think. And maybe at fifth, I would see Bengal.
Like, he feels almost as much as the Timurids. Okay. Oh, that was not.
Either way.
Okay. He's drilling his army. I don't think this guy had played with our mod before, but I would never drill armies in this mod, because slackening costs 25 army professionalism, and you actually get 5 army professionalism from hiring a general. So generally, you're just way better off not turning this on and just making more money out of it, and you're making good money. I'm not an expert on Indian estate, but I think you really want to sell titles, and then you can start building. Oh, you don't have the tech for that yet. Yeah, there's still some good churches to build, and you're gonna get the tech soon enough, right? Yeah, not too far away. Yeah, and you went quality first, so there's nothing to share about there. Yeah, this more or less looks correct, except for that he didn't sell titles. Getting the admin, getting the mill, and Indians don't get Diplo.
Yeah, nation looks very good for me. Like the difference is, like I think difficulty is just going to be the Diplo situation in India, but I think he's part of the northern.
Yeah, I think there's
Delhi and
two.
Myanmar, so
I think there's like the south and the north.
But given that the north is also allied to
That
Timurids, I
that's
think
that's Mewar only. Delhi is not allied to Timmy, nor is Bengal. It's only Mewar that's allied to
but
Timmy.
those three still seem a lot stronger to me than just Bamanas and Vijay.
Yeah, well, we're gonna take a thoroughly look at them, and it's gonna be an interesting one. Um, what is the object? Subject. Okay, yeah, you can get that. Yeah, it's free. Yeah, and you only have coalition over here. Who cares? These, if like you have 0A with Indians, you can just go vassalize this one. Okay, because there's one thing that the south is favor of them. So Baghmanis has 10 CCA in traditions. They have 10 CCA from quality. Then they can pop this one for additional 10 CCA. And then if Mavafas get loyal, he gets another 10 CCA. Add loyalty. Mavafas estate. Uh, 2 seconds. EU4 console commands. Oh yeah, it's the other way around. Estate, Marafa. Yeah, and then he get additional 10 CCA, so he can effectively go to 40 CCA at this state of the game, which will absolutely shred anyone he's facing. So this Pragmanis has like a really strong calf. He has 13 regiments off calf. So yeah, this is going really well for him. Uh,
Issue being he's out of expansion.
yeah, so he has to go north and kill someone because these are all yep. He didn't finish quality yet, so he's missing a discipline. Um, well, next calf tech is tech 10, so I think he really wants to go now with it. Like, I think he's gonna deck like within the first 3 years of next session. He needs to get some more calf though because he got a lot of infantry. Other than that, his nation is looking fine. Like he didn't really have any. Like he expanded very little because Backmine starts quite strong. I barely think he expanded to be honest. He maybe took like 5 provinces up here and a few over here, and he's just been gearing up for the total war. Oh yeah, that was me. Yeah, lower. Everything is like a very passive country that's likely ready to do a player war. Um, how's people trade doing? Yeah, this looks correct. Yeah. VTA can fill 47k. How much could Bagmanis filled? Bagmanis can fill 40k, so South can fill 90k without going over force limit. VTA is doing decent on quality. Gonna get that soon. Very nice income. 47 regiments, 10 crownland, 9. That's very good. No edicts running. He did expand a bit more, but he's also capped of expansion. So yeah, Pakmanis and Vidya is just like they need to expand somewhere, and the options are Bengal, Delhi, and Mewar. So I wouldn't be surprised to see them deck for this province next session. Vidya has a claim on it, and see what happens. Fort lines. Does Pakmanis actually have a fort line?
Yeah, I think so from a glance.
Yeah, they do. But and there's a fort here, so they are protected by fort. Bengal looks very heavily fortified as well. There's forts all over here. There's fort there, fort there. So
Although
the
a few of those are the vessel's capital forts, so they aren't that influential.
This is a level 2. This that's a level 1. That's a level 1. That's a level 1. This is a level 2. So there's like, yeah, this is protected, and this is protected, and this is protected. This is protected. So the weak point is Mewar. They can go in here and then they can go into his capital, or they can go around by the coast here and siege this fort down here, or just move up here, I think. So Mewar likely needs to build another fort down here somewhere. But there's no
I
good
mean, like,
forts.
just speaking strategically, I think Vijay and Bamanas have a bit of an advantage because they're like closer together, so they can just switch
Yeah,
between the fronts from Mewar to Bengal very quickly.
yeah.
Whereas like Mewar and Bengal need to walk all the way to
They
get
if
there.
they start to push into Mewar, okay, all the troops are over here not taking attrition because they spread out. Then they just go back and then switch into punching me Bengal, and if they try to counterattack, they can just easily walk back. Well, it's gonna be interesting. I wish I could see India. I exactly can't. Okay, Delhi. I've heard we should look at its autonomy at 47.5%. That is really disastrous, and that is just not gonna happen.
Yeah, only 38 force limit on Delhi.
Yeah, and the income is really bad, and he got
Oh, and he has
particulars.
no ideas.
Oh, at least he's
Oh,
on time on Miltech, and he's focusing admin. But with the end from South India coming, and he can't switch it for 8 years, and he has a 2 mil ruler, so he's not gonna get any ideas anytime soon either. This is a bit bad. Also, you want to get these guys loyal. I don't know if we can take something. There's not really anything. Yeah, this is not looking that well. He's collecting here and he's collecting here. You don't earn anything here. But this is yours. Why don't you have any trade power? What? They will be unloyal if you steer trade. Yeah, you really don't need a war with the South Indian right now. Like Bengal could do is instead to do it, but you are not. You are
yeah, I mean,
integrating
that's basically a
vessels.
situation where the South Indians want to attack.
Yeah,
Like, in general, I think the South Indians are more likely to be the attackers because, like, the North Indians, they are fine with this right now. They have stuff
yeah.
to consolidate, they have stuff to do. South India doesn't. They just have to.
Well, Meva is also completely boxed in now.
Yeah, that's true.
Bengal has room to expand and Delhi does too, but Meva is boxed in. But yeah, this army is low, and yeah, Delhi. He kept the Jampur ideas at least. They are better than Delhi ideas. Delhi ideas are trash. Yeah, but you need to be ready to fight, and it doesn't really look like you build a fort. Likely, this is good, but aside from that, and it's just like one fort line. If they get this fort, it's just a free march into your capital.
And at the same time, split into the nations there. Like, Marwan,
Yeah,
Bengal won't be able to go
yeah.
through with
If they
double
can
force.
push hard enough in this province, and just like if they move all the armies here, they deck, and then they move all the armies up, and you ain't ready. They can like maybe an assault a fort or two, and then they just split you in half. Yeah, and I guess you've been reducing autonomy everywhere. Yeah, I heard you got some events, so that's a bit unfortunate. Okay, let's look at the last Indian contender. Meva has a slight issue with prestige and legitimacy. I think likely playing around with rulers. Running a 5 admin, that's interesting. I get that he's half priced, but this has the mill advice is also half priced, and you really need the mill ideas because
I
somebody's
mean, I
knocking
guess
at your
he's
door.
rushing for Tech 7, but.
But what does
Hmm.
that help him when he doesn't hasn't filled quality?
I mean, I don't know. But, like, with this, he can at least, like. Maybe his maths is that if he rushes Tech 7 now and fills Eco, he gets another 5% discipline from the quality Eco.
But I think the war's gonna happen before he even gets to finish quality.
Yes, I would say that too. That, like, there needs to be some Russian help behind this. So.
And he has 31 force limit, 11 autonomy. He's just smaller than the others, I assume. Um, yeah, you have a bit of an open spot down here. You do have a fort here, but it doesn't protect from Barkmine going through this corridor up here. Yeah, but there's
And one
no.
advantage for him is being allied to Timurids. He might have, like, if the Northern Indians lose, he might have a backup plan in
Yeah,
his hand.
like if South India declares, will they take land from Bengal, Mewar, or Delhi? What do you think? I'm thinking Bengal. They're gonna take this if they declare.
I mean, Bengal is the downstream node, so I would be taking Bengal land.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, he maybe takes this, but that's it. So yeah, Mewar, you're likely not dead, even if you guys lose, and Bengal is so big that he's not dead. So I think it might just be round one, and you can come back later, maybe. Um, Also, you might want to look at adopting some of promoting these cultures. Like it's gonna be ages before your empire rank anyway. So, what are estates? Estates looks fine. Hasn't done anything here. You can get in 10 CCA, but he has ICA, so he doesn't want to. Well, overall, this country is doing decent, but
yeah, I think this is more down to the Diplo situation than to whatever
yeah,
you're
and then
specifically doing.
this guy, like, yes, it's decent to use a lot of advisors, but I don't know why you're using a lot of your admin advisor and not your mill advisor. You're trying to fill out quality ideas. Anyway, let's look at Timmy. So Timmy is the big red blob in the middle of the map. He's allied to Mamluks, Mewar, and Oyvet. So I think he's just chilling.
Yeah, that's a very strong alliance block for him, I'd say. He's
Yeah,
basically untouchable unless he wants to be touched, and I think he wants to because he said he would. I think there was something going on with QQ and him 1v1 or something, as Henrik said. So,
okay. Well, if you're ever worried about Russia, you can build one fort here, and this is an agony corridor to go through. I don't know how you're gonna split up Uzbek with Oyvet, which is your ally, but yeah, you have it's decent defensible land just because it's so painful to walk through. And your west and your east is like fully protected by mountain forts. Uh, he's taking a bit more of the Persian node. This is Vassal of Timmy, yes, and this is independent. Yeah, this is gonna be up for contestation this year then. Georgia is a march of QQ. I'm also surprised that he didn't go into Hormuz yet.
oh yeah, I'm not.
Oh, you made a deal with him.
Well, I just claim all of Arabia. So
That's a bold move. Your capital is here. Where is his? He's like here.
yeah,
Mm.
sometimes you need bold moves in your life.
Yeah, I just got this. No worries. 223 and advisors. That's very well. Not the best ruler, but you still. Yeah, I heard he was slow in integrating his vassals, but Afghanistan he has mostly coursed on, so that's gonna go quickly. Your diplomats are idle, and you don't have like the relations to integrate these guys. I would just go and improve with Afghanistan because you have diplomats that are not doing anything whatsoever. Nice PP. He's collecting in Persia. He should likely collect in Samarkand instead of steer because he has a high percentage in Samarkand. It's fine steering in Lahore, then you screw the Indians of money. Yeah, it's looking decent. Like Tim is a strong nation, and he has all the missions to pop for like what 10% morale of armies, 15% shock damage, another 10% morale of armies. So he has like the big gun loaded if he wants to. Did he go Sebastian? No, he didn't. Well, this monument is still a thing. 10 discipline, none fire damage received. It's really good. Okay. No, that was not Tekka. Uh, Defensive ideas first, going for the long run. Can sell but can't seize. Okay. What is his income though? That's not very good.
I mean, it's QQ.
35.
Money is usually your weak point there.
Yeah, you don't control enough of Persia to make money, but I would collect in Basra instead of steer to Persia. That would likely make you more. And you can like do some stuff here. Yeah, you can get the CCA, and you already have 20. Yeah, you can't possibly even beat the Timmies, especially if it didn't go defensive ideas. And unlike the Oivet, you don't need to fight on flatlands. If you're gonna fight Timmy, I would maybe is this no, this is blocked off. Okay, and it's blocked off. Yeah, you have a really good defensive position if Timmy wants to fight you. I guess Timmy would invade down here, but still have a marsh. Yeah, 111 with this income, very good ruler. Indeed. Yeah, that not many comments here. Okay, Bluark, tell us about your nation.
Oh no.
You have
Well, as you see, there are a few rebels going on. I've been shouted at repeatedly for going Coptic, but I'm still doing it. Yeah, other than that, I'm doing for once pretty good on ideas, but that's mostly down to my ruler being pretty good.
yeah, that looks nice.
He's also strict, which is a pleasant thing to do.
Well, you don't really need it right now, I guess. You also
I
like
mean, I
what?
didn't know that no war would happen. Like at the beginning of the game, I could see a Hungary Kiki Tunis alliance happen, but that just didn't turn out.
What is this? This is a very
Uh,
aggressive.
it was free, so I took it, but I'm negotiating with Tunis over it. Like it was I could just offer vassalization, so I was like, yeah,
Oh,
sure.
you
I clicked that.
you diplomatized this. Yeah, well,
Yeah,
it's
I
15
mean
development.
it's free land, so I just.
Okay, I didn't know the diplomatized. I thought you would like send armies over there to
Oh no
conquer
no
it.
no.
What's your business with Adal?
Um, well, I don't mind him taking the land down there. Like, I'm not really interested, so we were like, just okay.
Wait,
You're
but
free to go.
Vasangali is a player, right?
No.
No, that's Sakaleva. Okay, yeah. Stupid nations down here. You've been expanding a bit into Arabia. You mothballed your forts, and when they get the capital, I think you're gonna break soon enough, so you get Coptic.
Yeah, so as
Uh,
you can imagine, with going Coptic, I'm also spreading Nubian, so I think it's
I
pretty
don't
obvious
think
what
you
I'm
want
doing.
this though.
What is this again? Yeah, I mean, it's not terrible right now, but
But once you go Coptic, it literally gives you nothing.
yes, that is true. That
And
it
then
was
you
good
can
for
go.
like, but what's helped me so much with the Diplo vassalization.
Mm,
Like it's 25
um,
relations.
and then you can go in here and take religious culture. Do keep in mind that it costs 5 crown land.
Yeah, that sounds like a plan.
Um,
Yeah, but other than that, I don't think I'm terribly strong. Like I didn't fully min-max this, but it's fun, and I'm just sitting around building a nation.
merchant guilds. You have to open good. Like you do have 2 loans. I would just take the burger loans and pay those back.
Yeah, that's a plan. Also, I'm annexing hedges right now, and I'll time it so that Cyprus gets annexed at the same time. Also, Cyprus owns roads, and I own one province in Greece for some reason.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
Uh, and this is part of the HRV.
Oh yeah, Mamluks into HRE.
And you increase autonomy. Don't think that's a bad idea because you don't want to send anything up here to deal with rebels
Yeah, I
in.
don't want to. It was just as with Fazan, it was just something that I could take, so I took it.
You build a fort here. Yeah, it looks decent. Like you don't have a defensive line, but I don't think you're expecting any wars. Also, why are you paying for your troops while you're at peace?
There's constant rebels. Like the last stack spawned very short ago. That's why the troops are in Damascus.
Ah, okay, I see. Yeah, but there's still a few months until these are Coptic sealers. Then you want them anyway, and the other guys
Yeah, I
doesn't.
killed one stack of Coptics because I misread the pop-up, but other than that,
I think
I'm
you
not.
also need to do this before you flip Coptic, because I don't think Coptic is allowed to maintain the Mamluk government.
That could be. Yeah, but like the second I flip Coptic, I think I might also go Nubia, so that's
Okay.
done then anyways.
Um. Let me see if I Mamluk government. Uh. The form can be kept as long as the country is a monarchy and follows a religion in the Muslim group.
Yeah, okay, so I'm losing that. Question is, do I need all power costs right now?
I mean, I you're capping an admin, and likely gonna
Oh
take
yeah, but
this.
I'm not capping on admin. I need to like to form Nubia. I need to destate everything.
Ah, and you still have to. Yeah, okay, okay. I see. Don't want to
That's
take
why
those.
I'm saving up all the admin power.
And yeah, yeah. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna take to the Africa. That's not the right tag. Tag data. So
Yeah, I think he hasn't
Adal.
expanded as fast as I would have maybe expected it. He never fought Ethiopia. Or
Yeah.
maybe he did? Yeah, I don't think he did.
I think he wants to form Ethiopia if you want to play optimally. But I'm not certain. Yeah,
Could also form
17,
Somalia, maybe.
17 land forces, but that's not a lot.
Yeah,
Um,
he went into Somalia with his expansion, which is like in terms of land quality a bit weird because I think
you
Ethiopia.
never want to sit below 5 crown, and that's a small tip. Like this is really bad. You can seize land again next year, but your average autonomy is already 48, which is a bit too high. And you keep gaining more because you're sitting below 5 crown land. Like sitting at 5 crown is a bit iffy in itself, but never go below 5. Like this province is actually making you a total of 0.02 ducats. It's literally nothing because it has 90 autonomy. This might as well just be useless as province for you. Because you increased autonomy everywhere, which means you are getting absolutely no income. At least you didn't increase autonomy in the gold mine. Yeah, but you wanna just like decrease autonomy so you actually have a income and a nation. And of course, because you increased autonomy, you're not getting any what do you call it income, so you can't really run advisors, which is also why you're behind on eco ideas. Adalia ideas seems great though.
Actually, one thing we could note down, I don't think it's really important, but for the mod, Somalia still has trade steering in its ideas.
Oh yeah, I also think Israel have tricked it in it. Your states looks decent. Again, you don't have the crown land to do it, but when you have the crown land, religious culture is good, very good to take, and the diplomatic PowerPoint from the merchant guilds all also very good. But it's way better to get above 5 crown land ASAP. You're not using your mill on anything. I would at this point. You're filling an admin idea group, so at this point I would focus admin. And right now I would see if your cheapest provinces to dev in, and they are dev off until you get 5 crown land. So this is cheap one down here. Put on the dev cost edict, and then we do this. There's another state. We can also put the dev cost edict on. Put this, and now we're back up to 5%, and that so you don't get that much autonomy. That would I would do at game next section start. But else, like if you don't plan to fight anyone, you can be decent with this chunk of land, but there's other people around you. Okay, Bluark, can you explain to me what happened? What is happening here?
I don't see that region myself, sadly.
Okay,
How about
because
you?
Mutapa is in an offensive war against Congo. That like okay, first he declared an offensive war against Sakalava. I understand that, and you he even got naval superiority. Good job. Um, that's very nice. But then he declared on Congo for this province that's uncolonized. So Congo took Explo. No, how the fuck did Congo ever have this, and how can he declare for it?
I mean, there could be this African colonization event.
And then he abandoned the province, and he went in and burned it maybe. But why is he at war with Congo? I don't understand.
And
Like
why isn't he like going into Congo? It's not like this stops you from moving.
no, and Congo's not going. But I guess they can't take land. Um, wait, how did he get down here? Does he have a colonist? Adventure settlers. What is that?
I think that might be the
Ah, okay.
Africa thing.
So okay, you have Cape now. That's very good.
I mean, with wool, but still.
It's gonna prevent any leaking of trade from his node. That's very good. And if he kills Sakaleva, yeah, he can lock this region down. He has a naval superiority. I don't know if he can actually invade
But I think
because
I'm not sure if he can maintain the naval supremacy while having enough transports to land
uh, he
Sakalava.
he's out of sailors.
Also,
So
I don't think I'm not sure he actually has naval supremacy, because if you take into Sakalava has 14 galleys. And actually has way more galleys. He has probably, like, let me check, he has 22 galleys.
oh, so he actually doesn't have naval superiority and he doesn't have sailors. But then again, this is not an inland sea. This is just a coastal sea. So his heavies.
I mean, it's
He,
50% more effective still.
yeah, but he got 12 heavies. That's a lot. I think he might have naval superiority, but he really needs to put those transports in because
But, like, I'm
he,
not sure he's going to be able to land with this still,
yeah,
because Sakalava has 17,000 troops, so he needs at least 17,000 transport, and even then, he can always intercept with his ships to, like, delay the landing and move the troops to exactly where he's trying to land. Like, Madagascar is so small, it's very easy to get
yeah,
wherever you want to go. I think the troops from Sakalava are placed exactly for that. They're like in the central provinces. He can get to every coast within like a month.
what's the war goal? I can't find it.
It's Comoros. It's the little island between the two.
But he can't see that.
I
How?
think he has a thing for weird war goals, right?
What is going on here?
I mean, he gets to land there. I
So
think
he,
it's a good.
I think what happened, he was able to declare war and then he selected a province that he couldn't see. So now he like landing takes I think 2 months, and then he also landed in an undiscovered province, which is gonna mean it's gonna take him what like 6 months to land there. But he can land and then he can get the ticking.
I mean, I think it's actually a sensible war goal
Yeah,
because he can get ticking from that.
but he needs to discover it. Okay, let's look at his nation otherwise. Very good amount of money. Um, Estate looks fine. He does not getting diplomat, but that's not that bad. Uh, he's running 133. Has a really shitty ruler. I hope he's a general. He is indeed a general. He is up to date on tax. Tech. He can. Oh wait, no, he's not. It's because the new. This one is tricking me. So he's behind on admin and dip tech, and he hasn't started his first idea group. So yeah, I don't know if he's waiting for Renaissance to spread in his country before he's gonna embrace it. I think he is. Yeah, he can embrace it even. So yeah, and then he can start on his first idea group. Also, see if you can install someone or do anything. Embargo, I don't know. Um, yeah, you can maybe install to embargo doll so you can get 50 PV. Yeah, the nation is looking decent except for being a bit behind on tech and some very weird war goals.
Okay, I just ran a test naval battle, and it seems like Sakalava can win.
Okay.
He lost 4 galleys to 7 heavies from Mutapa. So I think naval supremacy is actually with Sakalava, if it
Mm.
really comes down to it, especially because he can just build more galleys.
Also, since wait, did he move his main trade city down here? He indeed did. I don't think necessarily think that's the right choice. Steering out of Zanzibar down there.
No, you probably want to lock down Zanzibar and make
Yeah, I
that
think you just wanted to. Yeah, because this is gonna steer there anyway, so you don't want a merchant here. You want a merchant in Congo, so because Congo steers the opposite direction to Ivory Coast. So you, ideally, what you would want was one merchant in Congo, uh, one merchant in Coast of Aden, and have your main trading city in Zanzibar, and then don't collect in Cape. And right now, I would just collect in Zambezi, collect in have you, but you're not gonna move it again because it costs mana points. Collect in Zambezi, collect in Zanzibar. That would be like to be the correct choice right now. Okay, let's move to Congo and see what this man is doing. Is he gearing up for war? Sort of. He does have a mercenary company, and he is losing money. And
But like with his troop placement, it doesn't look like he's going for Mutapa with that. Like he's standing next to rebels and he's standing next to like
no, no, no,
miners.
no, no. You had you let the game run.
Oh, yeah, sorry. That
His
is very true.
his troops are indeed standing on the Mutapan border.
Actually, let me reload the save.
He's getting the monarch points. He's doing decent on tech. That's actually quite well. Except for the admin tech where he doesn't have any ideas. Yeah, you likely wanna accept Lupin as a accepted culture. Um, Decent income. Where's your merchants? Um, oh, you have 21% on Ivory Coast. Okay, it's worth collecting there. Uh, yeah, 24 average autonomy is not bad. You have these two armies, yeah. Like, I think as Congo, the main issue you have is that you want to form something else because these ideas are quite bad. Oh, it's decent. It's 5 ICA and 5 discipline. It's not that bad, but like there's good formables. I think there's good formable in West Africa. Pretty certain there's good formable in Mutapa area as well. So, and there's also the Kitara formable up in Great Lakes. So yeah, I would likely go into single player and see what nations you can form. You
Well, I mean,
haven't.
Congo ideas are also decent on their own.
The only thing good going for him is 10% trade efficiency, 10% production efficiency, 5% ICA, and 5 discipline.
I mean, Miltech cost also isn't terrible.
Oh, but yeah,
Like, I wouldn't say they're bad.
but in they would be decent in minus game, but like comparing it to anyone else in Africa, they're quite bad.
I actually don't know the new African ideas, but overall, like, it isn't terrible. You aren't that hard pressed. Like, you aren't entirely irrelevant just because you don't form anything.
So Songhai might die. So I would, as you Congo, consider maybe actually trying to move into West Africa. You maybe get some colonization from your missions anywhere. I don't know, maybe. Uh, well, there's like I would try to go into West Africa because that seems to be a route of expansion at this point. With Songhai likely being dead, I've heard something about. So,
Yeah, there are 40k troops just marching into Songhai, and he's dying to rebels in the south.
so he got 10k here
Yeah, and they are locked already. I don't know. It might be
into
more
this
than
battle.
10k after. Yeah, it's more than 10k actually. It's
Yeah,
like
it's there's some
20k
vessels.
basically.
Yeah, there's some vessels. There's like 7k vessel. So
But
it's
20k
17.
against 40k is still not going to be a win.
Yeah. And this is Gord still, but does he get there before? Yeah, he gets there tomorrow, and these guys get there 3 days after. He got rebels in the south. They're getting closer to enforcing their demands. There's some Dagbani separatists. So yeah, his country is basically in the gutter at this point. He can't take any more loans. Like he could technically right now if he uncons. Um, like how much would he lose? He would lose this much, and
I mean,
then
that's his main land though, right?
yeah, and then he has a truce for 15 years, and
I mean, if he finds friends, there is
yeah,
there is a way out of this, but I think the only friend he could find is Congo or me, and I'm not sure that is happening.
yeah, it's gonna be hard pressed to survive. I think. I also think he asked for a sub, but the country is dead anyway. I don't know what we're gonna do with it. It's a bit scuffed to have all this region just being empty
I
by
mean, we
one
could
war.
just, if the country leaves, we can just put a refurbished nation in like Kanabonu or something. I
Yeah,
think there are formables there, right?
Bonoman or Mali even. But yeah, I don't know. That's up to the GM, not us. Okay, let's look at your adversaries to the west, Bluark.
I'm not sure if they're my adversaries. Like, we've been getting along pretty well, except for me taking Fazan for free.
Tunis, doing decent for themselves, expanding, got the islands here. Um,
Yeah, I think he was in a war with the Papal State, but something happened in
yeah,
like.
I know that war. So the thing is that Tunis took a lot of AE, and then a coalition in Italy formed, and the player on Papal States joined that coalition, and he was actively fighting them. He occupied all of Sicily, but Naples wasn't in that war because Naples was a PU under Castile or Aragon or whatever. And then the Africans trapped all his armies on Sicily, and then he got rebels because he got Florentine rebels, and he couldn't get back. And after that, he accepted them to just deal with the AI.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's still late them, so it might have been worth anyways. Although not getting trapped might be the better idea.
Sorry, I just had my girlfriend talk to me. Yeah. By the way, the guy that has Naples as a PU, well, I think you might have an issue because you have Neopotalian Pretender rebels.
And they also have the capital, like that will be getting problematic
That's
relatively fast, right?
that should make them break free quite soon.
It's ticking up 20% there, 23 months. So you have 2 years.
2 years to
to
go and
fix
kill 9k. Yep. Okay, Tunis estate looks fine. You can sell on these. Um, yeah. So Tunis have a problem that he cannot expand. Like Naples is under error under Castile. Papal States is a player. Like he could go up into Genoa, I guess. There's like Savoy left to eat. Luca is a vassal of the Papal States. But other than that, he does seem to have a problem with expanding.
I mean, to be fair, like we negotiated, like we said we will talk between sessions, that it didn't happen yet. Like I'm not that keen on having Fazan. It's just something I got for free, so I don't like have my heart attached to it.
Oh well,
But there
then
might
then
be,
then you can likely sell it to him.
yeah, that likely going to happen because like, is it really worth getting into conflict with a block of Castile, Morocco, and Tunis over free development desert in a vessel?
Likely not. You might want to consider to step up once, so you can actually start getting prosperity and stuff. Your average autonomy is 30%. It's not the best. Yeah. Oh, these all have 10. Yeah. Okay. It's all of them 10. Maybe these one are worth. And he increased autonomy. Why would he increase autonomy?
And maybe he had trouble with rebels, but this is a bit weird. Like he doesn't have much directly controlled land, right?
No, I don't know what's going on. Yeah, that's a bit weird. Okay, let's see how bad Morocco is suffering. I heard Castile had to bail him out both with money and with troops.
Oh, he's losing. Yeah, I think he'll have more money left than Songhai. I mean, he is burning through a lot of money there.
He has 13 loans left. Yeah, if Castile didn't help him, I think Songhai would have won.
But actually, like, how close is Songhai to bankruptcy?
Songhai is 300 ducats. Yeah, they had max loans. They can't take anymore.
Okay, then yeah. Then
And
Songhai is going to go
but
bankrupt.
Songhai doesn't have control over monetary policy.
Oh, so there is. I mean, like, the thing is with Morocco, like, he's going to be out of money. He's losing.
Yeah, he's
68.
losing way more than Songhai. Songhai can actually win this. Holy shit.
Or
Does
at least have Morocco go bankrupt. Like, if Morocco's bankrupt, the question is what do Tunis and Castile do?
And he has locked merchant guilds. Well, Tunis is not in this war and is not allowed to be called in anymore. It's only Castile, and Castile is fighting Portugal right now
Isn't he not allowed? Like, why is Tunis not allowed to be
because
called in?
the war started like 9 years ago.
Oh, right. Yeah. Oh, wait, but is it also for allies you had before the war?
I think so. I'm not actually certain about
Yeah,
that.
I mean, we should read the rules about
Yeah.
that, but interesting, yeah.
So actually, Songhai have a fighting chance because he can take control over monetary policy, and Morocco is losing way more money than he is. I don't think the Songhai player is aware of this, but now
Yeah,
if he sees
someone
this,
could tell him if someone rejoins the Songhai.
yeah, and like yeah, he has good army quality. I don't think the Songhai is out of the woods yet. And like if you really get desperate, you can always try to take corruption. That's always fun. Yeah, but I don't think you are dead yet. Like
Yeah, there's
this
more damage to be done to Morocco.
these armies is gonna retreat, and then go kill your rebels, and then go and engage them on Timbuktu. Like that would be my advice.
Actually, one thing to say to Tunis, you might want to get rid of the fort on Jirid, but I think it's pretty useless. You're just paying money for a fort on a desert island.
Oh yeah, but actually that no, because you have got arms. Yeah, okay, it doesn't block.
Yeah, it doesn't block anything. It's just it
Well,
blocks
you have to walk around Tatooine, but
Yeah, but like if I go, it doesn't matter if I go through the coastal desert in Tatooine or the desert in Corvosa. Like if I were to attack.
okay, Turkey. How has Sockness been doing?
He's done a few weird things. Like he annexed, like he was a bit late on the Byzantium War, I think, but still within reach. But then he only started reacting to whatever Henrik was doing. Like he always attacked the nations Henrik attacked,
Oh,
and also Dulkadir. Like look at Dulkadir for
yeah,
a
it's
second.
a vessel of QQ.
Yeah, I left it for him, but apparently Henrik snatched that.
Um,
Yeah, like due to the slow expanding, he's a tiny bit out of expansion options now.
yeah, he
Like there
has
is,
Karaman and Epirus left, and Albania's vessel of
I mean,
Dalmatia.
Karaman is already his vessel, so
But to be frank, Ottomans don't like this is amazing land on its own. Like it's good.
that is true. Yeah, it's still a decent nation. It's just like falling behind now a bit.
Yeah. He's spending someone advice. I would likely spend more as the Ottomans, but also why are you so much in debt?
This
So
is also
one
not burger loans. So
no, there's one burger loan. So one thing, repay the burger loan, then you can retake the burger loans, and then you can pay off the normal loans. And now you only have burger loans, and that helps you turn your income quite a bit. Um, you have. Let's look at your edicts. You only have that one on.
also, I think he didn't really adopt for the fact like I sent him my Ottoman guide that I used last game, but I told him he shouldn't do everything in it because well, he's not inting Mamluks. But I think he still did. If I look at his navy, that's a full galley navy.
Yeah, I
That's
don't.
protecting trade. Like
No,
only
it's
two
hunting
pirates.
pirates, and there's no pirates in the area because the knights are
There
dead.
are two. There are two pirates. There are one Habsburg Austrian ship and one Genoese ship, but those are just for PP against you. You don't
Yeah.
need to hunt these pirates.
Yeah, just set your fleet to move forward. Um,
I mean, having
yeah,
those galleys isn't terrible because you can lock down the strait.
yeah,
So if,
it's decent. You have some. He built a fort down here like he was gonna fight Mamluks. It's still a good fort to have. Um, see if you can attack Genoa. I don't think Austria's gonna mind you taking Genoa. Um, just so you can lock this down a bit more. Yeah, fabricated claimant. You have a perma claimant
actually, they don't
Epirus.
even get called in. You can take Genoa right now. No allies called.
Oh yeah, just declare Genoa and declare Epirus. It's like free land just waiting for you to be taken. Um,
I mean, you do need transport ships, but those are like built in half a year. So.
no, you can just walk on down to Sukla and Lesbos.
Oh, true. Yeah, if he has naval supremacy.
Yeah, you don't need transport ship for that.
True.
Um,
Also, you have Crimea as you're allied to Crimea. Huh. Well,
uh,
I mean, can be allied to Crimea. It's just not really useful.
no. Well, you have some. Just you can just sit until like get rid of your rebels, eat eat Epirus, sit and you don't need to do much. You like have nice land you can develop up and have fun with.
Are they looking on ideas? Well,
He was looking okay, not for Ottoman standards, but it's still
it's
like
okay. Yeah.
he's ahead on all the techs. Okay, let's look at the other big boy of this campaign. All of this already. He vassalized Golden Horde. Ryazan is independent. He ate a healthy chunk of Lithuania. He got the gold
Also has
mine.
Trebizond down in the south, like he also borders Henrik.
Yeah, all down here, all down here. Yeah, this is looking really well. This Muscovy. I don't. He doesn't have any allies at all, which is very interesting. I hope he has deals because
I mean, he has still locked down all the ally slots, so that might be the reason that he only
yeah.
has informal allies.
If you ever get worried about Ovid attacking you, I would build a fort here. It's like a really good province to have a fort in.
Yeah, actually, who's the Muscovy player?
It's DJ Crack.
Hmm. I mean, I could see him being allied to Sweden with how the expansion looks here, but also Sweden is allied to Poland. I'm not quite sure what the
Yeah,
deals there would be.
it could be spicy. Yeah, he didn't build any additional forts, which is okay if he doesn't fear anyone attacking him. But like you can easily build a good fort line against Sweden.
Actually, I think Ottoman Muscovy might be an alliance. If Muscovy actually doesn't have any deals, Ottoman Muscovy could be a
Yeah.
deal here. And then
Uh,
they could just go for Henrik. Like it would be a bit of an int with those two nations to go into Kara, but well,
yeah. Well, I don't know what's gonna happen up here. It's gonna be interesting to see what happens, because he's capping on expansion. He can't expand on any more over here. He can expand a bit or more here, and then just clean up Russia. So he has this. This is what he's gonna get. It's good for Muscovy, definitely, but he's capping on expansion, like most other people are. It's gonna be interesting to see what he does.
but I mean, with the do we have the Cossack privilege in the mod?
Yeah, it's nerfed.
No.
So prime herding rights give you 25% manpower, and the death cost one gives you 7.5 instead of 15%. So it's good,
Okay.
but it's not as
Yeah,
good.
it's not as great Stepland, yes. Yeah, I mean,
I would maybe consider getting supremacy over the crown, um, or strong duchies. Both of those, I don't. Yeah, you have unloyal subjects. Both of those would be good for you. I don't know why you took monopoly over on livestock, but you did it, and you have gonna have a lot of livestock. So I don't really know why you did it. You can take the religious culture. This is really good. Um, yeah, you also took monopoly on textiles. I don't know why you did that either. Your burgers are locked now. You can't take burger loans. Your average autonomy is through the fucking roof. Holy shit. 56%. Yeah, you can go down quite a lot if you go through this list. And then just play whack-a-mole with all the stupid rebels that gonna show up and say hello.
also maybe I've overread it, but shouldn't he be like? I don't see any recently annexed vassals in his country modifiers, so shouldn't he be annexing some?
He got the integration policy, so he doesn't get that.
Oh,
It's a
right.
new nobility state privilege, but he
But
only
then
has
he maybe
two.
should still annex them.
He only has two diplomats. One of improving relations with Perm, likely because he want to integrate it, and the other is proving with Austria for some weird reason. I don't know why. Um, yeah, and you
I
can
think he
start
might have a slightly
converting.
different save than I do. There's no one improving relations in the one I have. Like I reloaded it, so it's not the AI. Maybe I just took it a bit earlier and used it.
Hmm. I thought my took mine on the 3rd of January. I don't know.
Yeah, but maybe he did it on the 3rd of January. It's like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, but Muscovy, yeah, you can consolidate, reduce autonomy, and then you're gonna look fine. You're decent on ideas. You are decent on tech. It's not looking that bad for you. You're gonna have a great game, I think.
Yeah, depending on Diplo again. If Poland goes in with Sweden and Hungary, you have a problem.
Yeah. Yeah, especially if you don't get the autonomy down before that. So I think there's a race for Denmark right now. So there's like Brandenburg and Sweden is allied, but England took Lübeck.
Yeah, I think there was a war where England was already in Denmark, but then
Yeah,
Sweden declared on Denmark or something.
likely something happened, and Denmark also gave their vassal all the isles of Norway. Um, yeah, I don't really know what's gonna happen up here. But
I mean, this
I,
is still a decent Sweden, though. He
yeah, yeah,
owns.
and he's gonna own all of Norway. I don't think anyone is contesting that. He's likely gonna own a bit more over in Baltic Sea, and it's a nice chunk of land you can work with. And Swedish ideas are quite good. I would, yeah, and then his Swedish events is completely busted.
Also, like Swedish lands are just so defendable because
Yeah,
like going through the north is such agony for any attacker, and in the south you can lock down pretty easily.
yeah, yeah, of course, because it's straight. So okay, let's see England actually declares in you with France. Well, they can maybe get naval superiority, but you can just have like 9 single stack boats here, and every time they try to, like, you can let one army cross, and if they try to reinforce it, you just send one ship out, and then they can't reinforce. Or if you beat an army, you send one ship out, they can't retreat. So it's, yeah, it's really defensible land.
Also, like, aren't galleys buffed again a bit?
Galleys are really good in inland sea.
Oh, like
Um,
the Straits are inland, right?
yeah.
So,
And
like, you have Brandenburg on your side and Poland once they have Danzig. That's a lot of coastline to build galleys with if you really want
but
to.
if England just like England is gonna get 20% more of navies, I think in Great Britain ideas, and that's
I mean,
just
that's true, but I think this England isn't going for naval stuff right
well,
now.
he took quality ideas as the first one, which is naval stuff. So
It's a bit of naval
yeah,
stuff, but like there are theories floating around that England is going to be a land nation here.
yeah. Well, I'm allied. He went Explo second, so
I mean, yeah, could still go, might still go colonizing.
But
Will
anyway,
be
I think
interesting.
the Sweden is looking nice. We didn't look at buildings at all. Um, he he doesn't have any of those. Actually, Bluark.
Oh no, I was worried you would do that.
Oh, you don't have the tech. Oh, you have a church. You have a church down here in your vessel.
Yeah, I built that. I'm so proud of myself.
You have you have civil buildings. Oh, you have a few marketplaces. Oh no.
Those were for missions. I just want to
Oh no.
elaborate. You need a marketplace in Alexandria for a mission with claims.
Okay, Poland. Average autonomy 7%, and Poland has got the 666 at the game start, and he's still alive. So that's very good for him. Um, his estate doesn't like him, and he doesn't like the diplomat points apparently.
Oh, Hungary got Moldova.
Yeah.
Oh.
So Poland is looking decent. They have a lot of Lithuania left to gobble up, and they have Danzig left to integrate, and one province minor to Teutonic Order sitting here like spearing into his city. But yeah, Poland is looking nice.
I
Um,
like how he left one Polish province in the hands of the Teutons.
yeah, and he got some buildings built. He's gonna be decent. He almost finished quality. He's up to date on tech. Yeah, this nation is looking good. He needs to build a marketplace in Krakow. Yeah, but decent. Low average autonomy. He's steering from there. He's steering from there, and he's collecting Baltic Sea. That's likely correct. Um, oh, you can't even reach to build the marketplace. So you've been sitting on this estate mission for 20 years. That might not have been optimal, and you don't have time to build it now. So your state's gonna be unhappy. But Polish ideas are amazing. Your income is okay because the region is poor, and you can expand into Lithuania. You ally with Hungary and Sweden. Um,
It's interesting expansion for Hungary though. Like, why is Hungary
I,
snaking?
because it's AI. It's been AI. He's been killing AI, and
Yeah, but
that's.
like it's weird if you're allied to Poland to expand like this.
But any other option includes Austria, Poland, or Ottoman War. Like that's his other option, or Dalmatia, I guess.
I mean, yeah, if you want to.
We can take a look at his nation now. He's a negative prestige, likes to disinheriting um, estates. He doesn't have any debt. He's got the Cossacks, clergy. Okay, not making a lot of income despite having a gold mine, and the gold mine has 32 local autonomy, and you recently decreased it. Okay, you also have a gold mine down here that has 52 autonomy. You have a yeah. You likely need to take a look at this one because this one is not that well. I don't think you can do anything. Anyway, you got two gold mines for not making a ton of them as of now. Um, yeah. He started building some workshops and some churches. Didn't build this yet. He's going good on ideas, but he's behind on the tech. He still have a lot of points even after taking the tech. That's good. Okay, it's this Hungary is looking fine. Has a lot of CCA.
Also, he's
Has
annexing two vassals. I'm just not sure if that's timed right. I don't think it is.
does he have the noble integration policy? No. So yeah, they're 3 years missed time. So he's basically his integration process stops once he integrates Croatia. He can't integrate Bosnia because he's gonna have negative diplo relations. But maybe if he sees a province from Bosnia in the last moment, he actually get them simultaneous. That might work for him. Also, you can likely get PP. You can scornfully insult Moscow. You don't have the prestige, I see. Maybe not. But looking decent. Brandenburg. Kraft. Kraft complained a bit about Lübeck. Being vassalized by England. Of course you would. What else? He's looking decent. He's expanding. He's hitting the cap with aggressive expansion, as you would expect he would. He went defensive first, so he's going the greedy route. For his sake, I hope he have a deal with Poland so he can get to form Prussia. Um, yeah, like he has almost the same income as Poland and Hungary. That's not bad at all. And he got a lot of buildings built, so that's very good. Yeah, he's just gonna take all this, I think, and then yeah, form Prussia and dev up his land. There's usually not a lot of comments on Craft's gameplay. One thing it wonder why did he take this instead of rushing Lübeck? Now that England only got it like a few years
I
ago.
mean, to be fair, fighting the Trade League is a bit of a hassle for the HRE nations, but
Uh,
would still have been worth it, likely.
was liberated. Did England have it for 12 years? Oh, yeah, okay then, maybe not. England was quite fast then. Um, yeah. You're on the Saxony node. You didn't get the Lübeck node. You got a bit of Lübeck node, but you're just collecting the. You can likely still get Hamburg if you try to do it. England doesn't have a claim. England have no way to get a claim, and they can't no CB. Okay. Banana is playing Austria, yeah. So Austria is not didn't grow that much themselves, but they have a vassal here, they have a PU here, and a PU here. So Austria's looking very decent. A bit behind on ideas, up to date in all the techs. Have estate interactions. I would likely press those. Does indeed have an open slot in burgers. Nice. Decent income. Intel being 8 dev and has a Schwarz gold mine, silver mine. Um, he's collecting here and steering here and here, and he has a lot of troops, so it's going quite well. You can do it state interactions. Like European countries have a lot of time to micro their countries because they're not capped by anything but aggressive expansion. This guy, I had a brief look at him yesterday. He has an issue with monarch points that he doesn't want them. He didn't take any of the monarch point privileges, which is literally 3 mana you're missing out of. Like, you took rights of the council and increased levies over supremacy of the crown and monthly mill power. You have open spot and clergy for this and the religious culture, so those two are definitely prioritized. And then you have like private trade fleas and free enterprise and patronage of the arts instead of diplo points. You only even have one estate loan, so you can actually get rid of this just by waiting a few months until you get some money. And then I would really prioritize getting the mana things. You have a nice rule, you're spending decent on advisors, and thus you're decent with ideas, but you're really lacking the mana from. Like, if you had the mana from estate, you would likely be finished with quantity already, and maybe already start eco.
No. Oh, like I did the math. It's 240 mana he missed out on, but
240, so that's almost finished. Like, so
it's one more.
yeah, and then we would halfway to the next one, and he would be able to take admin tech in 2 years, so you can start eco ideas a bit faster. Like
Yeah, it's definitely good, but it's not that big. Like,
okay, well, good thing you did the math. I didn't go with my estimates. I think there's a rivalry between him and the Pope. I don't think they think each other should exist. Um,
I have to say, I really like that someone finally did the Dalmatia thing, because lots of Venices just die
yeah,
trying to
because
be Venice.
yeah, I'll become like a three province minor that's just Austria's bitch. Yeah, these ideas are quite a lot better than the Venetian. So yeah, his nation looks to be doing fine, except for the fact that he's a bit screwing. Also, you have a workshop in Venice that gives you 0.6 free ducats a month that you can build for 91 ducats. I would really build that if I were you. He doesn't need army maintenance. Like he's also kind of capped on expansion. I guess there's Bologna left, and maybe he can go for Epirus. But also, other than that, he's also capped for expansion. Like he is integrating Mantua, and then Austria took Milan off him. France went into Savoy. Papal States took this. So like he's out of expansion. So either he must be content with what he have, or
Would you say it's likely we're going to see like a proxy war between the Austrian Hungary and France in Italy? Like,
maybe it's just gonna be a full blown war. Um, like that would be a fair fight, I think. Austria or Hungary, but I don't know if Hungary and Austria would want. Maybe Austria would want to commit, but I don't think Hungary would want to commit to a war in Italy.
I mean, what
Um,
else would Hungary do?
keep expanding over here. Maybe go kill Ottomans in Poland. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, Ottomans, that's a big question. Is anyone actually going to attack Ottomans? It might happen. I think Henrik said he's not going to.
Hmm.
Gradix might.
Well, Dalmatia might. Like if Austria protects Dalmatia.
I mean, I don't think like Ottomans isn't that bad. He can beat Dalmatia if
Yeah,
it's just them.
maybe. Yeah, you would like to correct. Monuments, he got listed level 2. This is really good. Your Republic, and you get Prestige, Republican Tradition, and Reform Progress Growth. That's really, really good. Actually, Bluark, let's look at your monuments. That one is a level 0. Yeah, you get a bit of a wall of armies if you upgrade this to the final level and some more prestige. And this one gives you global trade power, that's a good modifier. And this one,
Actually, I didn't pay attention to these. Yeah, that's something I need to do.
like this one is not that good except for if you're actually winning player wars, you can take more land from them. This one gives you manpower in two faith provinces. That's really good. Maybe you should try to snipe that one. Yeah. Okay. Let's round this up. So we have a few nations left. Papal states. That's a lot of crown land you're sitting on. But he likes mana. At least he likes mana.
Average of 25 autonomy. That's okay. Oh, he got a state statutory rights.
Wait. Okay, this is not looking good. At least this is the only time I've seen in this campaign. There's almost never a situation that you want a state statutory rights in.
I mean, unless you did fuck up with your crown land early on, then it might be an idea.
Yeah, cannot be reworked for 20 years. Add loyalty estate church. Loyalty estate church. Um, why can't I see the year on this one? Oh, that's indebted to the burghers. Oh, he can do it. Yeah, so you just need to get like what he was like at 95 clergy loyalty, so you just need to gain a bit more, and then he can revoke this. Yeah, that should be your primary focus for next session. You're going quality ideas. You're up to date on tech. You are spending 222. Yeah, so everything else about this nation seems well managed. If you are afraid at any point of Dalmatia attacking you, having a fort in Urbino would be really beneficial for you, because then you have two defensive forts here. That's highlands or hills, and Venice has a farmland fort if you want to push him. So you're
Also, if
getting
you ever have spare money, your fort in the south doesn't make much sense. It should be in Molise instead of Napoli.
yeah. He also has a monument here, but don't worry about upgrading those until you finish a lot of your buildings. Um, yeah, but really a fort in Urbino would do you wonders, and then get rid of estates statutory rights. Your income is decent.
Well, basically, a state's statutory rights would make him grow by 25%
Yeah.
just by revoking it.
Yeah, maybe that's correct. You have 8% in Alexandria. But nothing is. Somebody else is already steering that way, and nothing is steering you away from Tunis. Oh, that is. Montferrat is steering that way. Maybe it's correct. Maybe it would be better to collect in Venice or collect in or steal from Ragusa, but it's not the worst setup. You also have some workshops that's gonna give you a lot of money, like a lot of money. And this is still with the. Oh, this is with the autonomy floor down gone,
But I
I
think
think.
with the loans he has, he doesn't really want to build new
No,
buildings from
that's
scratch.
true.
He wants to pay off loans.
Yeah, and then start building buildings, but there's a lot of money to be had for him. I don't know why your armies are not down. Yeah, yeah, you definitely don't want to maintain your armies. I don't think you need the fort in your capital. Oh, they're still waiting. Yeah, you might actually want to need that to keep the devastation down. Yeah, I don't. You should delete that. That was my bad. Okay. We have Dortmund, Holland, France, and Iberia left, I think. Okay, I would never guess that tag. RVA.
I
So
think it.
Dort,
That's weird. Is
yeah,
that the old Ravensburg tag?
maybe. Dortmund filled out quantity ideas. Good on tech. Did a shit ton of development clicks. 102 development clicks. 102.
That's Republic for you.
He have a total of 203 development. More than half of his development is from his dev clicks in 30 years. That's impressive. That is indeed Republic's. Um,
I wonder what his deals with his neighbors are. Like I think like with Brunswick being part of Brandenburg already, it seems like he's not going to get much in the north.
so you can look at his alliances. He's allied to France, he's allied to Holland, and he's allied to Brandenburg. Brunswick
So
is
it
a vassal of
basically
Brandenburg.
depends on how greedy you are in southern Germany.
Yeah, and what Holland, like Holland's going, maybe Holland want to go Exodus. He has exploration ideas, and he is already locked in here, like he can't expand more. Yeah, I think he's going to go south somewhat, be this middle block, but he's going to be a very strong middle block because he's been deving so much. Like all his provinces is all. Oh, this one is 11 dev. So there's like 3 of his provinces, then not 20 dev. Like this nation is going to be stronger than you expect it to be. Very good income, filled out ideas. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with this nation. It's have a pack a punch despite the size. Okay, Holland. Holland's sitting on negative stab. That is not never something you really want to enjoy. You can sell and seize. You are getting the mana point. That's great. Um, you did 15 death clicks. You're not a monarchy, of course. You have Duke Charles the First de Bourgogne as your ruler. That's a bit sad. How did you get him? He didn't want to be part of Burgundy, so he went to you, I guess. You're going exploit years, which is not bad. Don't get me wrong, but taking them versus Holland is likely not a good idea because you're not gonna be able to colonize anything until you get Tech 7 and your third idea. Like you won't be able to reach North America until you get that.
I mean, maybe he can strike a deal with Castile.
Yeah,
Overlord, like, at
or
least for something.
strike a deal with the Isles to get West Iceland for some time, but you won't get anything out of it for the time being.
Does he have enough lands to form the Netherlands?
No, he needs Breda.
Would you give him Breda to do that?
Maybe. But I would, yeah, like I don't really know what his plans are. Maybe he doesn't know himself. Maybe, but I would suggest him just to go Exodus because this is so little land that you have to play with, and there's a lot of neighbors, especially this big red nation to your west, that might see your trade power in the English Channel as very juicy. But nation looks decently well managed. I don't know why you have your army maintenance up. You can like to turn that down. Uh, you're lagging a bit on the building side. Okay, well, let's take a look at my nation. I'm not gonna cover it too much.
Yeah,
Um,
let's see if we can find something to shame.
oh well, there's definitely something to shame. I maybe over.
Average autonomy of 31%.
Yeah,
Yeah,
all
that's
my provinces from Burgundy started at 60. So there's one thing to shame. I built a lot of workshops before I built some. Well, I got Burgundy after that, but I still have some really good churches to build that I should like to build.
getting Burgundy for free is like one thing we need to shame you on because that's clearly OP.
I didn't well manage Burgundy. I rivaled them, and then 1 year before the Burgundian inheritance fired, Burgundy was no longer a valid rival. Then the Burgundian inheritance fired, and they just chose me to be their overlord in PU. They were even loyal from the start. Um, then 10 years later, I get an event and I inherit it all. And I had one option in both of those events, so you can shame me, yes, but I could only click one button, and that was accept.
No, I'm not shaming you. I'm shaming your luck.
Yeah, well, Burgundian Inheritance screwed me a lot on Wednesday, and it certainly helped me a lot on Thursday.
I mean, you're super strong already. Like, you need to play responsibly here, I think.
Well, I could already kill Castile, and I didn't do it. He went Explo, he went to help Morocco kill Songhai. Songhai said he has all his troops down there. I could literally just have massed armies down and killed him. I could have taken Aragon before he got it. Like, I could kill people, but I haven't done it.
This is a proper big blue blob in this game.
Yeah, Britain is my vassal. Made a deal with England. Getting this from Castile. Just needed it for mission. Um, yeah, like this not like I'm up to date on ideas. I was capping on admin points, so I took the tech ahead of time, got the innovativeness, and started eco ideas. Filled out the states. This is gonna get cleaned up soon, I think. Um, yeah, 62 income. It's gonna go to like 90 when autonomy is down. 76 force limit. Yeah, but not really much to comment on. It's really got strong, and I was lucky. Um, and I'm integrating, try to integrate my last vessels. I think maybe not. I'm not. Let's look at Castile. So Castile decided to help Morocco in his war. Castile is going Explo. Um, he, he's in Cabo Verde. He's enforcing a PU in Portugal. I think there might actually be a player joining on Portugal next week, and they're gonna do some sort of deal.
Would we allow that? Like, I mean, it's a GM call, obviously.
It's
But...
been discussed already.
Huh. Okay.
We had a after session voice chat, and we also had chats and mod chats. So you just didn't read.
I mean, obviously, I just woke up.
Oh. Yeah, so Castile is doing fine. He finally got the Aragon PU event. I think he tried to sell Naples to the highest bidder. Um, Quite interesting strategy. He said bet starts at 1k. And I think Pope won the bet, but Pope doesn't have the aggressive expansion to actually take it right now. So, yeah, it's definitely interesting with the Hogbox with North Africa. I think his plan was also to go into West Africa together with Morocco, so they can actually expand while hogboxing. But with a Portugal player, these guys can stay allied for now, but once session 3 kicks in, they likely can't, and they are like kind of cocking each other for expansion. Average autonomy of 18, that's fine. He's converting the last one here, so he's gonna get a mission complete, and he's likely gonna form Spain. Um, England, buff 50 PP. Lübeck is a bit high liberty desire. He's going really well on buildings, not so well on churches. Well, workshops got some. He could discover, use this. No, he can't. That's me being silly. Um, yeah, like there's not much to comment on here. I think he's 651, average autonomy of 8, going quality explo. Can sell in seas, would like to do that. Money is always nice, and he got the Lübeck that he's is the right diverting trade from, but he could make them loyal by not doing it. Okay. So predictions for next session.
I think we're going to see some bigger player war.
Yeah, I expect there might be a Italy war. Ottomans might be get killed by Hungary. Wouldn't surprise me. I think Sweden and Muscovy, Central Europe is likely not gonna have a player war. Maybe Brandenburg wanna declare for Lübeck, but that's iffy. Um, yeah, I don't think there's gonna be any other wars than maybe a Hungary-Ottoman war and likely an Italian war in Europe. Middle East, I heard QQ might want to int, so let's see which of his three neighbors gets the int. Which have a very interesting war goals and playstyle. Have fun. India is going to be spicy. I definitely think there's going to be a north versus a south. And I think Chongqing and Sunwoo will fight Oyred. So thanks for tuning in and see you on Thursday. And thanks for Bluark to be here.
Yeah, no problem.